It's 11:59 at Radio Free America, and this is Uncle Sam with music and the truth until dawn. Right now, I got a few words for some of our brothers and sisters in the occupied zone. The chair is against the wall. The chair is against the wall. John has a long mustache. John has a long mustache. It's 12 o'clock, Americans, another day closer to victory. And for all of you out there on or behind the lines, this is your song.
GearWebsites.com is your source for firearms-based playing cards and books. We also have mugs, shirts, and posters with designs that we've made live. Of course, we have patches. Every Friday is Free Patch Friday. We appreciate your support. Thank you for shopping at GearWebsites.com.
And welcome everybody. If the audio is working here, let me know. We're starting up another Tuesday episode with the baby co-host right here, and talking about SHOT Show this year, 2024. So, let's see. I probably should have scripts or something if I'm going to do these things live all the time. But getting the ball rolling again, we're into episode 1682, and we'll be talking about SHOT Show after actions. So we didn't send out any invites. People are in various stages of being sickly, being busy, getting back on their normal schedule, getting their content gathered, edited, set up. Some people have already got stuff out there and scheduled. So we can take a look at what exists out there and what was produced during the week. Of course, we do these shows live, so people that are joining us live can be part of what we're chatting about today. Homesteading is saying, how are you doing? Doing good? Hope you're doing good on that side of the internet. So, we just had a pretty interesting industry event. The SHOT Show, the Shooting and Hunting Outdoor Show, happens each year at the beginning of the year. And, it had a different significance back in the day with predominantly published media. Is the audio doing all right out there? Where this time of year would be just after the holiday season and the shopping season. New things would come out for some reason right after people were shopping, and the photographs and stuff would be taken, would have to be developed, would have to be agreed upon, would have to be or whatever would take place to make those wheels of commerce move back in the day. And from what I understand, the pictures that were taken at SHOT Show and the new items that came out at SHOT Show would just be whispers around the industry until Christmas of the next year, or holiday season of the next year, shopping season of the next year. So it would take till August before that stuff started to hit the scene and then become of interest. Things have changed quite a bit, and now and oftentimes things are already created and then let known at SHOT Show, like they're already available, instead of here's what's going to be available in a year. All right, thanks for the feedback. Talking about doing a 3D design, sure. Feel free. So let's see. So we had, like I said, a pretty interesting week this week, or a pretty interesting event this year. And that's one thing. Hopefully we'll see some shows come up and talk about this. Since it happens every year, we have something to compare it to. And each person who goes has their own experience. So everybody has their own prior years to compare these to. I didn't hear too many people complaining about this year, but then again, I only listen to some people, I suppose. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of responses happen to the stuff that's produced from SHOT Show. When the chatter goes out about the products and stuff, be interesting to hear what people say about stuff. What was covered, how it was presented. And it's always different than what you'd expect when you're at the show. Seeing things, experiencing the stuff, reporting on it, perhaps. certainly talking about it there, and then how that gets distributed, and then how people receive it is different. It's always not quite a gamble. It's kind of consistent, but it's going to be a little bit different. So looking to see. Just email me, I guess, or just ask right now, unless it's something super personal or something. But nobody's here chatting about SHOT Show, so might as well chat about whatever. But I put a poll up there. Best part of SHOT Show was, and I just needed to throw something up there, so I decided to go, because I only have 4 items. I decided to go with new stuff, reviews, events, and meetings. So, was it the people that were meeting up? Was it the things that happened, like the parties and the events and the things that happened there? Media day, whatnot, or range day, whatever you want to call it. Was it the reviews, or was it the new stuff? So we have yet to see, obviously, everything that's coming from it. But so far, the results are new stuff 75%, and all the rest 25%. I don't think the new stuff at SHOT Show is anywhere near the most important part of SHOT Show. It's been that way. I kind of described in the beginning of this show here, kind of where SHOT Show comes from, and the pace of coverage and the way that the coverage hits the scene historically. But that's changed so much over time. And I always use the example, when I started going in 2005, most of the people with cameras had regular cameras. I had a digital camera, but digital cameras were either very expensive or very cheap. And I had a very cheap, like probably a 1 megapixel, if it is even a megapixel. I just had like almost just a tiny little digital. Well, it's huge, but just this very crude digital camera, and it was able to take pictures, and I could put them on the web, and everybody was satisfied with them. The web was dial-up mostly back then, and people were just interested to see something so quickly come up from the show. They knew they were going to get better pictures in the future, but just seeing something from the show was a bit of a novelty, and it's changed a lot since then. So things will change, and one of the things that will change is the idea that SHOT Show is to premiere new products, because often new products come out at other times during the year. It has nothing to do with SHOT Show. SHOT Show just gives people an opportunity to fiddle with them if they haven't been widely distributed yet. So as far as new products and stuff, I obviously don't care. I didn't pick up very hardly anything there. I'm looking at the show and the people and the evolution of the industry and how we're using the show and how we could better use the show. The stuff itself, I leave to the billions of other people that go there. Most everybody else in media is essentially looking at the stuff. They're either looking at the stuff or selling you stuff. So I'll let them do that part. So let's dig into here. What to expect. Our seasoned experts will break down the standout products. Well, I won't, because I could care less. Gear and technologies unveiled at SHOT Show. I don't know. So they do a new product area where people that want to add a product can, and then all the new products, quote unquote, are in one area. And I think they limit everybody to like one product so that you don't get essentially a mini SHOT Show going on in the new product area. So you could go through the new product area. My first couple of years when they first started that, they wouldn't let you bring a camera in there. So I found it useless to go in there without a camera, because, I could walk around SHOT Show with a camera. So I wasn't going to waste my time going through the new product area. I went through it twice, I think, when it first came out, like 2009 or 10 or something. And I haven't gone in there really. This year I was going to go in there on Tuesday morning, but something came up and I couldn't get up early anymore. So I went to bed at 3 a.m. Let's see, get the inside scoop. Okay, so as far as the new technologies and stuff, you can go get stuff from that new technologies area. There's also the app, which I don't think was very useful for showing us the new technologies. At least I didn't find a new products area there on the app. or on the website, really. I did use the list on the website, but it seemed pretty sparse compared to the stuff that's at SHOT Show. So for my new products, it was mostly walking around and seeing new things. And that's a pretty random way to do it. Pretty not a great way to do it, because you're going to have the tendency to miss anything. Your head's looking one way, you're missing everything that your head's not looking at. So unless you're walking every aisle more than once to look intentionally down every aisle at every booth, you can really easily miss stuff. And because it's not a complete grid, it is super easy to miss a cross aisle or I don't know what you call it, like a row or an aisle in any of the areas, really. In almost any room, you could easily miss a row or an aisle. And missing a row or an aisle might miss 6 or 8 booths. In fact, it took me a long time to find Esotech this year. They're always one of my must-see booths. It's a company that makes things out of nylon in California, and super cool company. And I try to see them every year. In fact, I have seen them every year, but this year I didn't find them until Friday, and I had missed coming into the big law enforcement room and taking a right, because there's usually never anything over there except like this one holster company. And anyway, so I never went down this one aisle until Friday looking for them, and that's of course where they were. So it's real easy to miss something. So as far as seeing all the standout products, I rely on everybody's eyes over a few days to start reporting on that stuff with better intel than relying on any source ahead of time. Now, there are a couple of sources ahead of time that can give you some heads up on what's coming, depending on if they're allowed to breach the subject, I guess, or if it's a big secret or not. Thing is, now we're talking about after action. How often do you see a company do a here's what came out at SHOT Show? They'll allude to what's coming out at SHOT Show, or maybe even they'll shout about it a little bit right before the show. But how often do they try to get some extra mileage out of all that coverage and say, here's what came out at SHOT Show, here's a page on our website, and then here's all the people that created videos about it, so that you can see all kinds of people's opinion about it. Great opportunity if you're a company out there and you just had a ton of people point cameras and listen to words about your and write words about your products. This is a great time to link to all of that and to get all those people on their shows and have them on whatever show you got going on, to get their insight and to get their opinions and to talk about your product even more and more. Let's see. So I'm going to go over here and read some of the comments that are coming in. Thanks everybody for joining us. So Ginger saying PSA is coming out with a lot of goodies. Several things at SHOT Show I want. Right on. I got a lot of that's Palmetto State Armory. I got a lot of their patches. Are we back home healthy and whatever? Yep. And I got food poisoning, but I didn't get SHOT Show crud or whatever. Too healthy for that. Dogs are doing good. There's one of them. Puppy co-host is sleeping like normal. You can see. And the other one's over there, being dad. Good to hear. Thanks for the feedback. Milsurp was saying that it turned out to be a great show for both of the channels. So, Milsurp, curious to hear what kind of after action you'll be doing. Are you joining anybody's panels? Or are you doing your own show about it to kind of recap what you found and the adventures you had, that kind of thing? Am I on anybody's Discord? No, I'm off the Discord. I don't like Discord at all, so I don't use it. I also don't use Facebook, so I miss a lot of stuff like that. But I also don't pay attention to a bunch of stuff because a lot of people on the Discord and on the Facebook tend to all pay attention to the same thing. I'm not into that. So I don't really feel too out of the loop because I have no interest in being in those loops. But it does make it more difficult to do stuff. I think Matt quit inviting anybody to his shows now because of that. So I don't think I'll be on Matt's shows very often. Let's see. There's Anderson. Oh, I gotta click over here. Anderson. So, yeah, people are the best part of the show. Great time with great people. Back to playing catch up and follow up. Enjoy the show. Right on. So I put that one in there because, the stuff can be shipped around and you can go to the store and buy stuff for sure. So the people getting together are what, the show is for. Because, again, you can ship the stuff. You can see videos of the stuff. You have a pretty good idea what the stuff is. The reviews, yes, you can definitely just do all that remotely. So some of the events and things, I don't know if we take enough advantage of that. The event itself, SHOT Show, and the range day, we take pretty good advantage of that. But I still think there's a lot of potential for everybody getting together in one town. Getting together to eat and stuff like that is part of it, right? So, maybe there's something to play with there. All right, so going through the notes here, down into it, it says, get the inside scoop on what's set to revolutionize the firearms and outdoor industry. Well, I guess, how much, let's see, what would you say? How much of the finger on the pulse is SHOT Show of all the stuff that's going on in the industry? It's a lot of the year. SHOT Show is 1 week. Leading up to it is a couple of months. It's still just a portion of the year. And there's a whole bunch of people that don't like SHOT Show or hate it or whatever. Or just can't get on cycle with it for whatever reason, especially international, I'm sure. So I don't know if it's definitely not the only inside scoop, right? We all know that. So what percentage of it, like how big of a scoop is it? I suppose it's a little bit different for everybody, but I'm guessing it might be a little over 50%, but there's definitely a lot of the industry that's still going on out there. Just to play devil's advocate or whatever. Special guests will be joined by industry insiders. Well, I didn't invite anybody, so we're not going to be joined by anybody. But we do have people joining us in the comments, so thanks to those folks, influencers and manufacturers. In fact, we have both influencers and manufacturers. Do we have an insider, though, for exclusive interviews? Hear firsthand experiences and insights from the key players who made SHOT Show an unforgettable event. So let me hear from the people that were at the show. Do you think that, how do you think this show ranks with other shows you've been to? For example, if you're listening and you want to participate, say something like, this is my favorite show. This was my second best show. This is the worst show I've ever attended. Something like that. And we can get some idea of what people thought of the show. I'm sure someone like Ghost is going to be linked to on this show when it's over. Ghost has a show this evening. So he'll probably be talking about, I know he's talking about SHOT Show. He'll probably have people on to talk about their experiences. You'll have more opportunity to hear people talk about it. But pretty sure people thought it was a pretty good show. Of course, we have to wait and hear, or we have to wait to see over time if it was all just talk or if, stuff happens from the show. But crowd-wise and experience-wise, I think people were pretty happy about the show this year. I don't know about too many people getting sick or any crazy... Well, good, there was some crazy adventures. But no crazy adventures with bad endings. Some issues with the airplanes and stuff. I don't know if that'll become a long-term thing. Some stress with the airports and stuff. Probably a lot of learning curves. That might be something I don't see in here that might be interesting for people to talk about. As far as coverage of SHOT Show, what you learned and what you'll be doing differently about SHOT Show. So let's see. Exclusive footage. Get up close and personal with behind-the-scenes footage, product demonstrations, and highlights from the show floor. Really? Behind-the-scenes footage? I don't know if anybody needs too much behind-the-scenes footage. Sometimes it's interesting. I try to show, setup and Vegas and B-roll type of stuff, but I don't know. I was going to say we may not show like our outfits getting ready, but we do show our gear that we carry around and stuff like that. So I guess there is quite a bit of behind the scenes now that I'm thinking about it. And some folks lean into the gossipy stuff as well. All right, so I'll put this over here. So it looks like people are talking over there. Gizzard says, morning to Gizzard. I was glad to catch up with old friends, meet some new people, and still miss some who were there. That might be an interesting thing to talk about, or to have a focus on who you missed at SHOT Show, or what was missed at SHOT Show. We always talk about what we hit, but it's kind of obvious what we hit when we're putting out content. Let's see. The next part is experience the energy and excitement of SHOT Show from the comfort of your screen. Okay, well, so I don't know if that's my goal ever, is to bring SHOT Show to the comfort of your screen. I guess to some extent that's the goal of taking footage of the show. But it's hard to think of anymore where people are experiencing their videos when you post them. So I don't think of people sitting anywhere comfortably watching a screen. Half the time I watch people watching the internet, it's on their phone, sitting around in the rain or while the wind's blowing, or waiting for something. So I think people are addicted to the screens these days, not so much doing it for their comfort. But some robot wrote this, so we'll just keep going with it. Milsurp Duo saying, I'm going to be with some firearms. I'm going to be working with some firearms company for my channel and for the Reloading podcast channel. You're going to be working with some large reloading companies. Very cool. Ozzy is joining us. Good afternoon. We have the Illinois iGold coming up here before too long. Let's take a quick look since Ozzy's joining us and jump over to the calendar real quick and head over to the 2024 event page. And iGold is coming up in April 18th. It looks like the next thing on the agenda will be the Arizona rally here in Phoenix on the 17th of February. Then in March, there's one in New Hampshire that's tentatively for March 23rd. And then April 18th will be Illinois. What's that? Illinois Gun Owner Legislation Day, I believe is what it's called. And then there might be one in April in Missouri as well, but we don't have a date on that one. Anyway, I thought I'd take a quick detour, talk about the rally since Ozzy jumped in. It's Ozzy in a while. And then DJ saying about the Reloading podcast. All right. Gear Report is joining us. Good evening. Ghost is out there. And I'm assuming, Ghost is probably going to have people on tonight to talk about their experiences at SHOT Show and stuff. Was DJ at SHOT Show? No, he was in Vegas. Let's see. So then we get next up, Q&A session. Have burning questions about the latest gear or industry trends. Was there latest gear or industry trends? I'd say thermal is a trend this year, and I'd say monolithic ARs for some reason are a trend. Things that use whatever the hell that plastic 9mm magazine is are a trend. So a whole bunch of guns that use that now. They just wrap guns around that now and they'll sell. Lever guns is a massive trend this year. What am I missing? Probably something with red dots. Was there a new dot? It's like a square dot or something. This is a diamond-shaped dot. It's different because the other one was a square. You guys were both at dinner. Or no, you weren't. Gear Report didn't show up to dinner that day. Ozzy is saying he'll be going to iGold again this year for 7th year. Right on. Let's see. So then we have. Burning questions about the latest gear or industry trends. Drop them in the live chat, and our experts will answer them during the Q&A session. That seems kind of weak, so I don't know what the robot's thinking there. Nobody could see everything at SHOT Show. If you had a panel of like 25 people, I guess, you might be able to ask a bunch of people to ask questions, but you could do some limited version of that. What does it say? Your voice matters, and we want to hear from you. That's weird. So, I forgot what I asked the robot to write here, but it definitely came up with some interesting ways to describe this video. The shaky camera is making you seasick. Just look at the ceiling. Try putting your head between your knees. That might help. Let's see. Stay tuned for exciting giveaways throughout the live stream. There's giveaways now. Don't miss your chance to win exclusive SHOT Show swag and other fantastic prizes. Well, now you know that I didn't even proofread this at all, that it's just saying whatever it feels like. So now you can shake this around. How am I going to get this to shake? I can't even get it to shake now. There it is. That's the puppy. He's just shaking. Yeah, so I don't know why I came up with giveaways. I think I said something to the effect of do a show about the after action of SHOT Show or something like that. And it came up with giveaways. Mark your SHOT Show 2024's after action reports. Okay. Whether you're a firearms enthusiast, industry professional, or just curious about the latest innovations, this is an event you won't want to miss. So, yeah. So again, if you're at SHOT Show, what kind of stuff you thought was so good about it? Was this a good year, or was this a filler? It's possible for SHOT to seem like a really good year because there was nothing there to screw up, or like nothing was horrible. But on the other hand, was there anything all that good? No, there's a lot of lever guns this year. This seems like the lever guns got a lot of attention last year. The what do you call those things? The magazine fed lever guns, the AR-15 looking lever guns. Well, without any interaction, then it's getting boring. So I'll what are we gonna do? I guess we'll go take a look at some of the footage that people have been putting over here. We'll move this over behind the puppy. Look at that, we got a logo in there. A little extra logo going on. And then go over here. Your report is saying about the foreign people. I noticed that on the first day for sure when we had our first kind of feedback thing. Now, was it at Media Day? Or whatever they call it now, Range Day? I don't know why they changed it. Stupidly changing it. But, I can't remember now if they were. But I knew there was like kids. I don't know why there was kids at SHOT Show this year. So I don't know if they just left some doors open and people walked in there thinking it was just a random convention. But whatever, Tuesday, there was definitely a bunch of people speaking different languages there. Then I don't think I noticed it as much, but it also seemed to clear out a lot. So I don't know what happened with, what's the word, like, what's the word for that? The attendance, I guess, the number of attendees or the attendance. I don't know if we're ever going to see numbers on that, but let's see what we'll do here. Let's see if I can't. I'm sitting in a weird way because Jeff's having a problem with this. So we're going to go click, and this, I'm going to have to do everything left-handed. And we'll open that up. And if we open this up, this is the YouTubes. And what we'll do is open it up to the full screen, and then we'll open this up to the full screen. And we'll just put the puppy down at the bottom. And then there's no way to shake screen share, so you got that going for you. So now we'll just go up here, and what happens if I come on, I have to move over. Use my correct hand instead of the wrong hand over here. Let's type in SHOT Show and see what happens. So it's going to be, or actually I'll type in SHOT Show 2024, and this is going to be, I guess, I don't know if this is filtered off of my preferences or not, or if this is just playing up what the logarithm's going to show us. But if we type in SHOT Show 2024 now that it's over, some indication of what people are typing in are SHOT Show Taurus. Gizzard's over there grinning. He's happy about that. And then the second most thing searched for is knives. Guess who's grinning about that one also? Then PSA, then air guns. How many people were reviewing any kind of air guns at the show? And then SIG. Am I wrong, or was SIG not even there? Like, don't they boycott it? They're not even at the show. Then new guns is this far down the list. New products is even further down the list. Only robots ask for that. Then we got gear, then airsoft, and then Glock, which I would have expected that to be higher on the list, seeing as the recent passing. See, SIG and Vortex veiled. I don't remember it so much during the week, I guess. Let's see. So then we finally got a vote for something other than new stuff and meetings in the poll, by the way. I'll drag this over here real quickly.
The long mustache.
Oops. Drag this over. We finally have a vote for reviews, but it looks like overwhelmingly people are looking for the new stuff or the meetups. All right, so let's take a look at some of the coverage. So in addition to right here, looking at all the stuff that people were searching for there, we can see some of the videos now. It's not filtered by anything, so I'm guessing, I'm not totally sure how this thing decides. Probably by, let's see if it's just by view count, because this first one is top 5 handguns. So it's a weird way of saying something. 16 hours ago. Then we have 55,000 views 2 days ago. Life with OB. Never heard of that channel. This one is somebody, I don't know who that is. Then we got Smash Time, 44,000 views 2 days ago. Backfire, 284. See, so it doesn't go by number of views. This is 4 days ago. So almost a third of a million views in 4 days. So I'm assuming people are still interested in what's going on at SHOT Show. This guy's holding like a bolt action on the cover, and I'm pretty sure it's a bolt action channel. So then you got Yankee, never even been there. 3 days ago, 38,000 views. But I know Yankee, so if it's showing me channels I know, I don't even know any of these channels. I've only heard of this channel, and I know this guy. Classic Firearms, that's a gun shop. 200,000 views. And then this has nothing to do with anything. The Gat Man. Well, it tells you right here how many subs they've got. So this guy's got 42,000 subs. This one has 1,000,045 subs. There's Yankee. This channel has almost 1 million subs. And the top one has 100 and something thousand subs. So No idea how that thing filters. Any idea? Anyone know how that thing filters? Let's see. So Peer report is saying I've seen a few shot videos from people who didn't go. They just assembled pics from the internet into vids. Yeah, for sure. I've seen somebody who went to SHOT Show for one day, been posting Instagram posts all week as if they're doing selfies all week. I mean, they're just supposed to be like, oh, they're wearing the same clothes, I guess, all week long. But, this is the time of year. And we've got the ability to filter. So we'll go with, since we can't, I don't want to go with this week, we'll go with today and then see what comes up. So now we have SHOT Show shopping swag mini $1,000. So that's some kind of ad or something, capitalizing on SHOT Show somehow. So we've got a couple of individual videos of like 6 minutes, under 10 minutes. Interesting, somebody's why would you waste time with a 4-minute video that you know is going to get a bunch of subs? So if you're listening to this, you're making your videos 8 minutes long, right? You don't choose your ad times anymore, or your ad runs anymore. So what you do determine is your length of video. Do not make videos under 8 minutes. Come on. So for some reason they're making videos under 8 minutes. They're probably pitching because they don't make any revenue on YouTube. I wonder why. Then we've got, notice the sponsored by Sandy Hook Promise, sign the petition to stop whatever. So there is effective use of, I guess, either Bloomberg's money or the people that donate money. I guess they figure, let's put an ad for that in the middle of a bunch of SHOT Show stuff and pay for that ad to be there. So that ad is paying for all these other people's videos. How weird is that? So it's almost like one side's paying the other side to put a place, so that there's a place to put their ads that they can charge people to claim they need to make. So it's interesting. I asked it to filter by today and today only, right? I didn't give it any other parameters. So we've got one that's a day old, another one that's just 15 hours old. Both have tens of thousands of views. Then we've got one with 121 views from 10 hours ago. Inner Bark Outdoors with 189,000 subs. So doesn't look like YouTube, SHOT Show becomes instant views or anything. Then this one, 100,000 views. Is a holster. Didn't go to SHOT Show probably, so they'll just put an ad on the reviews. It'll work. Then you got 500 views from Guns America, 140,000 subs. So I don't know how many people dig into SHOT Show reviews, and if they're looking for an individual person or if they're looking for some kind of a production. Knife Center, is that a store? Probably a seller or something. Taking a look at some of these thumbnails, you can kind of tell these are all Guns America, I guess. Looking at what a lever action, some kind of 9mm AR. I can't tell what that is. Maybe a shot timer or something. Some kind of knife. Versa pistols. Who goes around calling them handguns? You know who goes around calling them handguns? People looking at search engine optimization. So We call them pistols and revolvers, but computers call them other things. Some people that are trying to get their shit into the front of computers lists are going to use words like handguns. Oh, look at that, Civivi knives. That's got to be grinding somebody's gears out there. At least one person's gears are being grinded right now with this Civivi knives video up here. 86 views 10 hours ago. Somebody's coughing and wheezing and worrying about getting some chicken soup. Oh, chicken soup. Is he allowed to eat chicken soup? But, and over here, some guy getting Civivi videos up there. I remember back when I used to know people who were in with Civivi. I'm going to have to find out who this inner bark person is. Gary's saying that Knife Center is an internet e-commerce site that sells knives, much like Blade HQ. And Smoky Mountain Knives Works. Oh, okay. Well, they're definitely doing it if they're, getting the videos up. Let's see. SHOT Show, Protect Our Second. So this is somebody trolling ATF. Walking by ATF, I suppose. Back in our day, we would go up to ATF and challenge them with, like, why are you enforcing the brace being held up to your arm, like, or up to your shoulder? How come that action becomes making a machine gun? And now they get a shirt that they sell and walk past the ATF to get a reaction for their brand. Let's see. Then you got Rossi, 6-minute video. I didn't even see Rossi there. I don't know if anybody's seen Rossi. Hey, there's my video. Look at that. That's me looking at my own video, talking about me looking at my own video, which is talking about me talking about my own video, which gets into a loop of me talking about my own video. Then we got Seekins Precision Slam Rifle. These are all Guns America. Guns America is kicking out videos today, huh? Palmetto State putting out videos. Are they allowed to put out their own videos? 6,000 views 17 hours ago. Best EDC of 2024. So now again, guns are somehow EDC. There's no words don't matter anymore. I never heard of the Seifu Lonzo channel. 1,000 views, 18 hours. Ugh. How do you tell this thing to... Yeah. On Instagram, you can say, I don't want to see this shit anymore. And now you start getting into 15 hours ago. There's a video from SHOT Show. SHOT Show Show and Tell, eh? What's that all about? Why would guns not be EDC? Because guns are CCW, and EDC is knives and keys and watches and shit like that. If you're going to call guns EDC, then shoes and pants and socks are all EDC, and your hat is an EDC, and your car is EDC, your briefcase is EDC, your lunch is EDC, your laptop is EDC. If everything is EDC, then everything is EDC. But if EDC is your everyday carry items, then that means it's your watch and your keys and your knife and your flashlight. That's it. Your wallet. You might say your phone. Some people would say their phone. So then we've got... I don't know. They've kind of crapped out into nothing. Here's the dumbest things I saw at SHOT Show from Deviant Olem. So that's cool. Be sarcastic. It's got 2,000 views 2 hours ago. I got to see that guy this year. I went, hey. So, whatever. Like, hey, seen your shit before? So, you got that. 15 minutes worth of the dumbest things I saw. Then you've got, that has nothing to do with SHOT Show. The Lever Gun Talk Media. I don't know what that is, some kind of podcast or something. 400 views. 8 hottest new rifles straight from SHOT Show. Survival gear. This doesn't look like somebody who was at the show, does it? Oh yeah, those were the mountains of SHOT Show. That's the decking of the forest of SHOT Show. These are the mountains of SHOT Show when we were shooting those short carbines. That was the interactive woodlands of the range down at the south end of the range where all the woodlands were. So that's one of those fake ass videos that just put SHOT Show in the title. 1,000 views. You don't even have to go to SHOT Show. You can just put SHOT Show in the title, evidently. Let's see. SHOT Show in the books. So there's a short. And then we lost him. That's it. There's nothing else down there. Let's see. Phones are EDC. Tools you carry every day. That's fine. You change the definition if you want. Pocket change is a vanishing EDC. I don't know. I mean, some people would say change is still valuable to have as an EDC, but not everybody. But some people would say it's worth having. I forget what the selection changes. There's probably a couple of different sets, but was it like 84 cents worth of change or $1.25 worth of change or something? So you could have enough combos to make change and be able to use whatever apparatus is out there you need it for. But you need a certain amount of quarters for like air machines and Coke machines and stuff like that. Because I'm surprised you don't see that there's Gear Report is suggesting that EDC and CCW are the same thing. Which seems crazy to me. Because on the internet, there's a line between what you can talk about and what you're not allowed to talk about if you want to proceed on some platforms at all, or do it with any kind of momentum. So if you separate EDC and CCW, then you can do your CCW stuff on an entirely different channel. Then you can do your EDC stuff. So when gun stuff takes over EDC, it essentially shits on a bunch of work that people have done over decades. Entire forums have done over decades. And the poor people in other countries where they're not allowed to have these things, how they suffer. But you don't have to think about their feelings. No, hardly. Just accuracy. Just accuracy. Whatever. So anyway, we figured I'd take a look at some of the stuff that's coming from SHOT Show. So I'm going to take a look at SHOT Show. I'm going to put new products in here. And let's see what we come up with. And this is still set to today. So we've got, oh no, see it did switch over. Now we've got the TFB TV show. Looks like they've got, how many people do you think they got working? They've got the top couple of slots on this one also. Putting in new products, didn't seem to change it. Did it change this one ad? So here's something about, I think that's a different one from Knife Center. But it looks like either nobody's posted anything or, I mean, I don't ever even watched that channel before. So they're showing me stuff that, you know, isn't necessarily stuff that I've seen before. But they're, is that the only channel posting anything right now? Everything you need to see from Arrow. 23 hours ago. That looks like it was filmed at SHOT Show. And then it's into sandwiches and sneakers and whatnot, so I don't know, it spins out down there a little bit. Let's see, put in new guns. Alright, so I'll switch it from today to this week and see how much broader it gets. Essentially the same list. So we see in that few videos. I wonder if people out there are searching for this stuff. There's definitely a lot of views, but that doesn't mean anybody's seeking it out. So one from 7 days ago with 11,000 views. That's not very many views. There's that fake one 2 hours ago. Is this one real? My SHOT Show sponsors. So that looks like it was filmed at SHOT Show. First review. There was a lot of AK-ish looking things there this year for some reason. So this one's got 7,000 views in it, however many hours that was. Six new rifles at SHOT Show. I bet you this is another fake one. Yeah, this is the Alps of SHOT Show. If you went up and did some hunting on the upper floors, these are all those. This is videos filmed at the hunting rooms of SHOT Show, where they had giant environments so you could go hunting in with a rifle like this. $11,000 views 3 days ago. You didn't have to go to SHOT Show. You could have just made a video of a bunch of woods and stuff. The Tissus pistols. Looking at 5,000 views. Another fake one. How do you tell this thing to quit? I guess I have to block the channel and it won't show up in my shit. Found that the average enthusiast doesn't know what a SHOT Show is or that it exists. Yeah, who would? Nobody knows what the Indianapolis 500 is until you pay attention to what it is or whatever. Let's see. So 22,000 views. Most exciting new products at SHOT Show 6 days ago. So was the time to post videos a week ago? Looks like videos that are a day old aren't getting 5,000 views. Videos that are a couple of days old have gotten 40,000 views. Nightwood Guns posted 4 videos from SHOT Show. I see Nightwood Guns on here. This one, Nightwood Guns. Welcome to Nightwood Guns. No description at all. Joined in 2016. 80,000 subscribers. They asked about doing lives and then never did. There's just some guy reviewing guns, I guess. But 20,000, 20,000, 20,000, 30,000. Yep, looks like getting some gun reviews out there. A couple of extra 120,000 views. 10-minute video from the hotel room. Added in some stuff. Or did they leave? Looks like that's from home already. This guy at SHOT Show for like 2 days. Alright, so let's see. I've got a few videos to post when I have time, probably later this week, but we don't focus on content creation at SHOT Show. I probably posted about, I probably filmed about a dozen videos there. Because we just a lot of firearms retailers aren't interested in attending SHOT either. I don't believe mine has ever attended. You mean your gun show? Or you mean your local gun shop? Yeah, some shops go to different shows and some shops don't go anywhere. Kind of depends on how ambitious the shop is and how interested they are, right? Because it's an opportunity, it's not an obligation. So, and it's definitely a cost. It costs a lot less to just not go to SHOT Show than it does to go. But from my experience, the shops that end up going have a better idea what's going on in the world, what people are interested in, and they usually get better deals. They stick around longer, but not always. I've watched so few other YouTube channels, I rarely know who the other creators are at SHOT. Yeah, I'm the same way. I watch people that are doing stuff, but people that are just following each other in a line, it's no fun to watch that, so I don't really pay attention to that. I'm going to change the filter over here to 4 to 20 minutes for some reason. Let's see what happens if I do that. So is there a way to sort them, or can you only filter them? Oh yeah, sort by, I guess, upload date. How about that? So 2 hours ago, this one's already horking off a SHOT Show, or is still horking off a SHOT Show a week later. Technically, today's a week later. Review from the couch, top 5 guns, and is this also going to be... Yep. It's going to be another fake one, probably. Another Bloomberg ad right here. This one from Rossi. Man, some of these thumbnails suck, and some of them you can read, but a lot of them just suck. Which is weird, because they spent time putting it together. It's not like it's just a bad, it's not like it's just some random picture. You can tell they put it together, but they're just not good. Do you click on the Bloomberg ads in order to boost their ad costs? No. I don't do stuff unless it's gonna somehow, help the channel or something. I can't see what's gonna help. A small gun shop doesn't have the personnel to keep their shop open when they're gone for a week. They're more concerned with keeping the store going. Maybe, but our shops would just close. Let's take a look at that poll over there. And looks like new stuff is still winning, with meetings coming in second and reviews coming in second, or third, I guess. And nobody saying the events. So that's interesting. The events don't really get covered, so I guess nobody pays attention to them too much because they're not on too many people's radar, I suspect. Let's see. I can get rid of the filters this way. And then go over here and say, I'm going to put review. Vote for your favorite, hot or not. So we got some people trying to do some interactive stuff. That's 2 hours, so that's probably a podcast. Let's see how many views they get. 41,000 views to, this is 3 days ago, so this is right after SHOT Show. A 2.5 hour podcast going through all the stuff that they've seen at SHOT Show potentially. 41,000 views. That was one way to accomplish a SHOT Show review. You didn't have to make a bunch of videos potentially. Is 9-hole reviews real, or is that one of them fake channels? Then you got Palmetto State, 411,000 views 8 days ago. Saying vote for your favorite. Was that successful? Asking people with that call to action to vote on their channel or something, vote on that video or something. That Desert Tech saying what's new at SHOT Show. 40,000 views. 9 brand new rifles. I bet that's fake as shit. Yep. A fake ass channel, ripping everybody off and just making money off everybody watching dumbass shit. Then you got Backfire with 300,000 views 4 days ago. You know, how many of these people booked it out of SHOT Show 3 days in, 2 days in to start posting videos? Because if the SHOT Show interest is going to wane after a few days, maybe the sweet spot is to go in there and get some footage, get home, make good make good videos of it, and then get over it, move on to the next thing. So I want to sort it by view count. So give them most views. Alright, and then nothing. And then 4 million views. Top 10 shotguns for home defense. So I don't know how that came in. SHOT Show 2024 review. Bunch of fake stuff. It's all it's 1 year ago, 10 months ago, seriously. So I guess I have to put a filter on this to this month, I guess. All right, putting the filter onto this month. Oh, did you know that legal confiscation starts? How'd that show up in here? Palmetto State with that 411. First gun show of 2024 from 3 weeks ago. Dang, 344,000 views. What channel is this? 200,000 views. Is this a real channel or one of them fake ass channels? What the hell? His whole description is email me for business. Yep. Email me for business if you'd like to donate to the channels. Okay. So I guess this guy didn't even go to SHOT Show. This is just showing up because of gun show. But new gun owners are going to look at your collections. So just look at my gun collection type of thing. Then we've got this one with 285 from 4 days ago. General gun show stuff, it looks like, or just SHOT Show B-roll. Let's see. So looking at some of these thumbnails. I don't know. Are they spending time on these thumbnails? Another fake one. A lot of these fake ones showing up in here. I didn't see a lot of these. I don't know how many people looked at these little tiny guns. The little 9mm braced pistols, I guess. Alright, well, so that was pretty boring, I think. So we'll see. Hopefully people that showed up saw more interesting stuff than some of this. This makes it seem kind of weak. There wasn't much at the show than a couple of pistols. I didn't even see much revolvers at all in any of these reviews, except for Yankee, and he didn't even go. So that's weird. And then there's the fake ass ones, of course. Not seeing much lever reviews, so I'm curious to see if anybody's going to end up with some lever reviews. Yeah, let's see. We'll see if anybody does any shows where they chat about some of the stuff and talk about more than just some of these gun reviews. Certainly a lot of other stuff at the show. But nobody's really said anything for a bit, and I didn't find anything all that remarkable there to comment on. Curious to see when everybody starts getting back to being on their feet and stuff, how they start to use their footage or how they what all they post. We'll take another look at that once somebody starts to post some stuff. Once people start to post some stuff, we'll take a look at what was going on out there this year. But at this point, looks like there's just some of the general stuff out there, and not a lot of small reviews showing up on the YouTube yet. Alright, well, so now Gizzard got mad because of somebody said something to him in the chat. And I guess we'll wrap this one up. Now it's a party.